Amitofo. This is she and you, Shifu Kanishka. And first of all, apologies as I am one day late, but you can see the change in the environment because after 2.5 months of lockdown, I have come back to my family in the city. I was up in my Shaolin Temple India school, but nonetheless, the story shall continue. Meri Kahani, Meri Zubani. And this one is called Enter the Fawang Temple. The Fawang Temple is the second oldest Buddhist temple in China. And this temple is situated around 4 to 5 kilometers from the Demping city in the bottom of the Yuzu mountain range of the Songshan mountain ranges. So what happened that in 2003, after the incident which I told you, I stayed with my teacher when my clothes and wallet was lost, and then I trained there, and then I came back to India and I worked, I earned more money, and then I went back. And this time when I reached there, my Shifu said that now it's time for you to go and train in Fawang Temple with one of his senior most instructor, Dang Jiaolian. So I was taken to the Fawang Temple and there I met one of my best friends. I call him Momo. His name is Muhammad Al-Khali, and I met him there. And when I went to the temple, it was only Momo and me, a French guy and an Indian guy at that point of time, and few Chinese kids. And so as soon as you enter the Fawang Temple, you have this, the view is like straight, there are like around 100 staircases like this, and then there's another platform, then you go another 100, and then platform, and then 100. There is a significance why I'm telling you this. So anyhow, Shifu introduced me to Da Jiaolian, and he showed me the training hall where I would be training. And on the left hand side, we had these very small rooms, and this time it was a personal room. Before that, all the time when I have stayed in the Shaolin area, it was with 15-20 students on a bunk bed. Okay, so this one was a very small, very like imagine like a one bed could fit in, and this much space in the front. That's it. So I arranged a bottle of water. It was evening. I slept, and here's the common part of it. I got up in the morning. You know, Indian people are imbibe. Get up in the morning, drink a lot of water. So I drank a lot of water, and then the pressure started building, and I wanted to go to toilet. And then I started searching for the toilet because at night I didn't realize, we slept early, so there was no toilet in the first courtyard because I knew that. Then I ran up almost like 70-80 stairs, and there was a monk coming from there, and I asked him for toilet, and in Chinese toilets like chaswa. So he said, go up. So I went another, pavilion, and then I went up, and then like he said, chobian, chobian means left, and yo means right. So I went to the left side, and I saw there was like a broken metal door half open, and that place was smelling really bad. So I knew, okay, that's a toilet. So when I entered there, this is 2003, it was not even like Indian style, like you have place to keep your feet. It was like one nali, like a line of like passage, hole dug up, and there was pile of shit over shit one side to another side. So I stepped out of the toilet. I had a handkerchief. I tied it up like this, and I went inside. And obviously, I was downloading, and here comes one monk inside the door, and he came and sat next to me, and he said to me, "Chasan hao." He's like, "Good morning" to me, and I was like, "No, this is not happening to me." I just wanted to get out from there, and I just quickly got up, and there's no water, so they only used tissue paper. So whatever had to be done, I did. I came out, and I was breathing like, oh. Then I came down. I had carried these paper soaps, Indian moms, thanks to them, I had them. I washed my hand, and I was like, do I have to go every day up so much to take a leak and stuff? And then, we had breakfast, and I was telling Momo, I said, Momo, how do you survive? Because he was like, he'd been in Shaolin before me, and he's like, oh, I also don't know where is the toilet. So I showed him, and he also came out like, Oh, it's too much. Because, and then there was no place for shower. Now the point came, like we trained for a week. So when you go to Fawang Temple, in olden times, any temple, they would give you a small bucket, like this much in height, जैसे हमारे घर में होती, to dump in the clothes. They would give you a mug, a metal mug, chopsticks to eat food and stuff, your pair of shoes and stuff, and your uniform and stuff. So we used to scrub ourselves to clean, but Indians are used to taking shower 2 times at least. We need to clean ourselves up. And I was getting really fidgety and itchy, and I was like, Momo, I need to take shower. He's like, you can't get shower here. I said, how do I get? He said, Saturday we get free day, and then I'll take you. I was like, okay, I don't know where he's going to take me. Here we go. He takes me to Denfeng City. He said, you got money? I said, yeah, I've got money. I don't remember. I think it was 10 yuan or like 11, 12, 15 yuan. We both of us paid, and he took me inside a building. So I was like, I don't know, where is he taking me? Maybe his friend's house or someone he knows. I'm going to have a shower there. And then I reach a counter, the guy takes the money, and I'm asking him, is it a spa or like what is it? And he takes us to one nice room. So I thought like we're having a spa, and then I'm going to have my private toilet to take a shower. And then Momo changes his clothes. We took off our clothes, we wrapped the towel, and I was like, okay, here we go, I'm following Momo. And then there's no door, so these are these green flaps. There's a door and there are flaps like this. So here I enter and I open and I see 50 to 60 naked men, and I was like, oh, like this, around like this. Shower, everybody's taking shower. All I see is like bums all over the place. And it was such a big culture shock to me. And Momo was okay, he just took off his shower and he just went, and I was like, Momo is like, just take it, don't worry about it. And then I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, here I go. And that's how we used to take shower. Every week we used to go to this public shizao, okay, to take shower, group shower kind of a stuff. And now comes another very interesting part of the story, because this episode I'm not going to talk about training too much. So every day, like, we used to train with Dang Jiaolians. There was obviously a pavilion, and I'm a hardcore like meat lover. I love eating meat, and when I went there I was having these food cravings and stuff. I wanted to eat. I was not able to adjust till to that kind of stuff. So Momo said to me that down in Denfeng City there is a night market. It's a place where all the Muslim people make kebabs and all those things, and I was like, saliva was drooling on my. I said, Momo, I want to go there. I want to eat. So he's like, okay, we go. But he said it's not allowed to leave the temple after 6 o'clock. The door shuts. So I said, how are you going to leave? So he's like, don't worry, I know how to take you. And so 6 o'clock, we didn't have dinner in the Fawang Temple. And here we go, when the sun, because the sun sets there quickly in the winters generally, and it was very cold. So part one is, he takes me when it's night, takes me to the first and to the second pavilion, goes to the right side. So there is a door, and that door was not like that, it was like 2 metal gates like this, tied up with the chain, okay. So he knocks at a door, okay, and the monks say something in Chinese, and then Momo could speak Chinese. He replied something in Chinese to him, okay, and he said, okay, we can go. So I said, how are we going to go? It's locked. He said, you go first and then you help me come out. So what he did, he pulled the gate, pushed the other one with his leg like this. He said, go. So after I passed, I did the same thing, and he came out. I said, if Shifu comes to know, I said, he's going to beat the shit out of us. He said, don't worry. And now the next part is, I asked him how far it is. From the point of Denfeng, the entry gate, to the Fawang city, it's almost 2.5 kilometers to 3 kilometers. So we had to walk all the way down because we could not afford a cab or something at that point of time. Then from that entry gate to the night market was another 2.5 kilometers, 3 kilometers. Almost like it was a long walk, but the craving for that food was like so much that we could take it. So here we go all the way down and walk with Momo. Gulped. At that time I could eat so much. I was 21, I was 23, 22, now I'm 43. It was different. Both of us like cobbled and cobbled. We packed up some stuff, and then Momo took me to a wine shop. He said, we need to buy a wine for the monk because he let us go. So that was our sort of a goose we used to give to the monk. So here we bought a wine and we came back walking. Sometimes if we had some money, we would take a bus to the entry of the Fawang and then walk up, and and then came, and then he gave the wine, and the monk would never show his face. Just the hand would come out of that window and he would take the wine, and then that's it. Then we came down, and it was so exciting, all these moments. And now another part of it. Then one day finally, Momo said, "Hey, do you want to have McDonald's?" I said, "Are you crazy? Like, you don't have anything in Denmark. Where the hell do you think I'm going to buy McDonald's?" He said, "Do you have money?" Because we used to save money. I said, "Yeah, I have money." He said, "We go to Zhengzhou." I said, "Zhengzhou is like 3 hours by bus." And so we went to the bus station. It's called Gonggong Chizichang. Okay. And we have to change 2 buses to go to Zhengzhou at that point of time. Today, all these young kids who go to Shaolin, it's like an express highway. From Zhengzhou train station, it's 1 hour and 15-20 minutes express highway. At that time, it was like 3.5 hours, and the bus would move like Haryana roadways, like this, and in bad state, So anyhow, he took me to the railway station, okay, and we used to find a cheap hotel for ourselves to stay one night there, Saturday night. And there was a McDonald's for me. It was like a temple. I said, Momo. We used to eat so much. We used to eat in the evening, stayed one night, okay? We used to eat, pack the burgers, come back to the Shaolin, and eat those burgers till like Monday or Tuesday. So if there was fungus on top of it, you would scrape it off and eat the remaining. And believe me, the greediness was so much, even if it used to fall down on the ground, you would just shrug it off, because that's why I say that, the children and the people who go to Shaolin to train now, all these young kids who stay there for 6 months, 1 year, I don't think they can experience or understand the thing which I'm talking. But all my Kung Fu brothers who have been in Shaolin since 1999, 2000 to 2004 and 5, they know how training was then and how training is now. It is completely different. You cannot compare the struggle, the emotions behind wanting to get the knowledge at that point of time, and hard training which used to go in. Anyhow, in the next episode I will be talking about how I got accepted by Master Shi Yangjun as his disciple, because every day in the evening Master Shi Yangjun would sit down with his beads and he would be drinking tea and he would be watching me and Momo train with Tang Jiaolian every day. And it was one fine day when I was learning the form Taizu Chang Chuan, Master Shi Yangjun just called me like, "Chodo, come here." And I went to him, and next episode I'll talk about how I got accepted by Master Shi Yangjun as his personal disciple, how my training started with him, and what happened that today I am one of the very few people in Shaolin who have mastered Shaolin Duanda, which is a speciality of my master. Duan is close, Da is hit. In Shaolin you have Ling Chin Duanda, 36 Duanda and Lohan Duanda, and 36 negative Chinna, San Shulyo Yin Chinna, and Yanshu. And Shi Yangjun is a specialist in that. And so next episode I'll be talking about Kung Fu training, about this, which is also very interesting. So till then, take care and be safe. Amitofo.